Are you feeling it now, Mr. Krabs? What is up, guys? It's Mega Man Chief Fan here. Welcome back to another video. And today I'm just wanting to do a short little video on my TBR. Now, I don't normally like to make that big a TBR, but October, I'm really wanting to make it a big month for me because it is actually not only the 1 year anniversary of since I read Catcher in the Rye, but just one of the 1 year anniversary where I really became gotten back into reading. So I decided I'm gonna make it really big, but here's the thing, I've only have 5 books set up to read for sure in October so far, and one of them I don't even have right now, so that's something. But I do have 4 books, and I will talk about that one later, and then I also have my Goodreads TBR pulled up, and I'm going to try to pick out books from there just to get an idea of what I may be reading this month, so it may be a long video, but oh well. Let's get into this. Alright, so the first book that I read that I'm going to be reading is American Gods by Neil Gaiman. This isn't actually going to be the first book that I read. This is just the first book I'm showing off. The next book is the first one I'm going to be reading. I'm actually going to be starting it tomorrow. So, American Gods, I think this is about, this prisoner who gets set up as this bodyguard, and it's just typical Neil Gaiman. It's supposed to be amazing, but the only problem is I recently read Neverwhere and really didn't like it, so honestly, I'm kind of skeptical into this now because Neil Gaiman hasn't been settling with me the best recently, even though I just got back into reading him, so I thought, forget it, just read his most well-known work. And this is supposed to be one of his, magnum opuses. This and The Sandman are his big works in his career. So, I'm excited. American Gods by Neil Gaiman. It's really famous. You guys should probably know it. And I think I'm going to like it. Alright, the next 2 books I talked about in yesterday's video, so I'm not going to talk about them much. But the first one is Bram Stoker's Dracula. It's incredibly famous. It's one of the most famous horror books of all time. And yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about that. I've been waiting a year to read this, so I can't wait to read it. And also Gone Girl by Gillian Flynn. A thriller, one of the most popular thrillers of our time, so yeah, really excited to read this one as well. Alright, the last physical book that I have with me is 4 Past Midnight by Stephen King. I've been wanting to read a lot of Stephen King, I'm just not sure, but this is definitely going to be my next Stephen King, because it's a 4 novella collection, and to be honest, I'm not the biggest fan of, different seasons. I like the last 2 stories in different seasons more than the first 2, but one of the first 2 was, Shawshank Redemption, which I still think is his most overrated work. That or It, I really hated it, but 4 Past Midnight, this sounds good, and I've also heard it's really good, or at least the last 3 stories. I've heard the first story is just okay, but you know what? I think I'll just give it a shot. 4 Past Midnight, I've heard great things about it, so why not read it? Alright, and then the last book that I have that I know for sure, this isn't fitting with Halloween whatsoever, but I just wanted to read it this month, and that's Gophers Travels by Jonathan Swift. Not only has Conrad over at, he changed his channel name again to 7 Days at Sea, so I gotta get used to that now. But he gave it a 5 out of 5 on Goodreads, so that kind of got me hyped on it. But overall, I just wanted to read this book in general. It's not too long. In fact, it's shorter than all the books I just showed off. So I think it's gonna be worth a shot. It looks pretty good. And I've heard it's really funny, but also really sexist because it's it was written in the early 18th century. So yeah, I'm really excited to see how that goes. And the rest of this video is just gonna be me scrolling through my Goodreads TBR and just telling you guys some thoughts on what to read. So tell me in the comments below on what you guys want me to read out of this list. So let's get started. And the first one that I'm seeing right here is Alice in Wonderland. Surprisingly, I have never read any of the Lewis Carroll works, but if I'm gonna read Alice in Wonderland, I'm just gonna binge read both of them. I know they're incredibly short each. You can get them done in one sitting each, so that's something. So Alice in Wonderland, that's a suggestion. Ivanhoe, that could be one. The Fire Next Time by James Baldwin. I need to read James Baldwin so badly. I've only read 2 of the books from him, but If Beale Street Could Talk was amazing, but I'm one of the few human beings that actually didn't really like Giovanni's Room. So, yeah. I want to read a Dickens book so badly. I want to read a Dickens book so badly, but I just don't know which one. I want to read Nicholas Nickleby. I want to read David Copperfield. I want to read Little Dorrit. But at the same time, I only have 8 Dickens books left. I don't have many books from him left, so I'm kind of scared on which ones I should read. So tell me in the comments below on what you guys want me to read in terms of Charles Dickens. Perfume, the story of a murderer. I think I may finally give this one a shot. I've heard good things about it, but I've also heard kind of sketchy things about it, but oh well, whatever. Okay, I know people are gonna beg me to read The Stand by Stephen King, but honestly, that book is just so massive that I can only see myself reading it in the summertime, where I have time to read a 1,200 page book, so, without going mentally insane. So, I'm saving The Stand for next summer, so yeah. And that's it for this page. And really, that's all I can really think of right now, unless if something really pops out. So I may just skip a little bit and tell you guys what I... Oh yeah, one more thing. A Game of Thrones by George R. R. Martin. I'm going to be reading that. I'm going to be reading that in October, or at least the first one. So... hopefully I like that. I've heard nothing but amazing things about A Game of Thrones and The Song of Ice and Fire in general. So, yeah, I'm excited for that series, and I'm not going to make you guys suffer anymore. I'm just going to show you 2 more books that I bought yesterday that I forgot to show in yesterday's video, so I'll be right back. I know this video really is kind of convoluted now and just doesn't have any focus. It looks like it has ADHD, but you know what? I don't care. So... I bought 2 books yesterday from Barnes & Noble. One of them was from the bargain section. Another one is a new release that I got for 30% off, so that's good. And the one I got from the bargain section is The Luminaries by Eleanor Catton. This is the largest book to ever win the Man Booker Prize, and it's such a floppy edition. I love that. I love that so much. And... yeah, I can't wait to read this, because this sounds such like a Dickens book. And if you know me, Charles Dickens may be my favorite author of all time, so I can't wait to get into The Luminaries. It looks awesome, but it's definitely going to take a chunk of my time, because it's pretty big. 800 pages big, so yay! And the final book is a book that I thought I was never going to get, or going to get months after its release, because it only released 2 weeks ago. And that is Here I Am by Jonathan Safran Foer. I'm destined to finish Jonathan Safran Foer's bibliography before the end of this year, or maybe practically before the end of this month, really, to be realistic, because I only have this and Eating Animals left. So, Jonathan Safran Foer, I bought this book just because of how much I adored Extremely Loud and Incredibly Close, and how much I liked Everything is Illuminated. But here's the thing, this book is getting god-awful reviews, or at least not as good reviews as, he normally gets. And he doesn't usually get the best of reviews in general, so when a lot of Jonathan Safran Foer fans say they were disappointed with this, I'm kind of shocked, because this just looks something so good, and to be honest, it is pretty massive. It's like the length of his 2 other books combined, so I could definitely see this not being the greatest thing ever, like how Extremely Loud and Incredibly Close was, but I'm expecting something good out of this, so yeah, Here I Am by Jonathan Safran Foer. I'm excited. I don't know about you guys, but I am. So that was the video. I don't think this was a long video at all. Yeah, it's not even 10 minutes, so, you guys got a video yesterday. I seem such an awful person, but whatever. Comment down below on what you guys think about TBR. I know it was a very convoluted video, but oh well. And as always, I'm Mega Man Chief Fan, and I'll see you later, guys.